Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Ready? Get before the mic. Check, check. Walk it before. Walk it before. Know your job. Check 81. Check 13.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
On second down, Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Second and 5 at the 43-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm going to run you over. Patch it.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
To throw is Anderson from the gun on 3rd down. Flush to his right, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Mike, yellow. Check 3. Big Ed. 15.
They'll run on 1st down. Morrison. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Watch your slip. Watch your slip. Check 15. Check 15. 15. Check 24. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Coleman now. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now here's Mahomes. He can run for it, and he will. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Coleman. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On first down, it's Morrison. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Jacobs now. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Right here, right here. Switch, switch, switch.
Here is Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Safety screaming. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. On the set. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Let's go. Get the flag. Right forward. I'm on. Check. Lucky.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now Anderson to throw on 2nd down. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown of the new season as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Don't get nervous.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman. 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the ground, it's Eckler. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kill. Check it out.
Anderson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
1st down, Denver.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Coleman. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on second down. Mahomes. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jakeem Grant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come on. 47, Mike. 47, Mike. 47.
Anderson, off play action. Looking deep in the direction of Cook. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Amari Cooper. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will cut the lead down to 15. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards. So make it 2nd and 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Showing it. Showing it. 15.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mahomes, the throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Right there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Coleman. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Yellow, yellow.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. No, no, no.
Yellow, 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 yellow.
Mike by four, Mike by four. Mike by four.
Yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Mike 45. Watch the run. 45 to Mike. 45.
Anderson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Game situation. Let's go. Under 10. Under 10. Off. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
From the gun, Anderson. Well, going deep here for Taylor. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey,
now Anderson. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cooper was the target there. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
On first down, Morrison. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Yellow. Big stop. Yellow, yellow. Check.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. You call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Throwing on first down, Anderson. And caught by Cooper. Touchdown, Kansas City. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore.
Yellow.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. On first down, Morrison. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. We're back now in KC. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Check.
Here's Anderson throwing on first down. He finds Taylor, complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
2nd and 9 now. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Anderson eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete.
You got it. You got it.
It's a gain of 1. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Anderson, operating from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Anderson throwing on 4th down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line.
45. Mike, 45. Let's go. Let's get this. Let's go. Rush in. Rush in.
Anderson from the gun. He'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Anderson now off the play fake. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flushed out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's got his target. It's Cobb. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on 4th down in the 4th quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach. You look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Hey, 57. 57, Mike 57. All day, just like that. Just like... Hey, Ripley.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Throw left side complete. It's McKenzie. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. To throw is Mahomes. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing now is Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get 1 piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big time.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. And that winds up incomplete. And now only 5 ticks on the clock. And likely just 1 final go at this now. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Back to throw, Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's good. Fortunately,